Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make a vegan turkey roast. I got this recipe from the Gentle Chef's holiday cookbook. I highly recommend you go check his website out. I'll link that down in the description box below. First, you're going to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Then in a large mixing bowl, combine 2 cups of vital wheat gluten, 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 4 teaspoons of onion powder, and 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. Whisk your ingredients together and then set aside. Next, take a block of extra firm tofu and press it by either using a tofu press or wrapping it in a towel and putting a heavy book on top of it for about 20 minutes. Once your tofu is pressed, crumble it into a food processor and then add 1.5 cups of water, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 2 tablespoons of white miso paste, 2 teaspoons of sea salt, 2 teaspoons of nutritional yeast, and 1 teaspoon of poultry seasoning. Process your ingredients together until you get a smooth mixture. Add your tofu mixture into the dry ingredients and mix them together until it forms a large piece of dough. Throw your ball of dough into a food processor and process it for about a minute. Alternatively, you can knead it by hand thoroughly for about 3 minutes. Next, take some heavy-duty aluminum foil and tear off a sheet that is about 24 inches long. Carefully wrap your dough in the foil while twisting the ends together. Throw it in the oven for about an hour and 30 minutes. While the roast is baking, in a large pot, add 4 peeled and quartered onions, 4 chopped celery stalks, 2 peeled and chopped carrots, a handful of parsley stems, 8 cloves of garlic, 1/3 cup of nutritional yeast, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 4 teaspoons of sea salt, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 8 sprigs of fresh thyme, 2 teaspoons of dry sage, 1 sprig of fresh rosemary, 2 bay leaves, 1.5 teaspoons of whole peppercorns, and then fill your pot with water. Bring your broth to a boil and then cover it and let it simmer. Once your roast is done cooking, unwrap it and pierce it with a fork 4 times on the top and then 4 times on the bottom. Then add the roast to your broth and simmer it for about an hour. When it's done cooking, remove it from the heat and allow it to cool down. Once it's cooled, store it in a container and add some of the broth. Then throw it in the fridge for at least 8 hours. After about 8 hours, take your roast out of the fridge and allow it to get to room temperature. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. In a shallow pan or wok, melt 3 tablespoons of vegan butter. Then add your roast to the pan and turn it until it begins to lightly brown. Add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce and continue to turn your roast for about 1 minute. Next, add 1/4 cup of white wine, 1 teaspoon of fresh rosemary, 1 teaspoon of fresh sage, 1 teaspoon of fresh thyme, and a pinch of black pepper. Continue to cook the roast, turning periodically until the liquid in the pan has evaporated out. Then transfer your roast to a shallow baking dish and cover it with foil. Throw it in the oven for 30 minutes. And there you go. There's your vegan turkey roast. I love this recipe because of how closely the flavor resembles real turkey. So I hope you enjoy it, let me know how you like it, and thanks for watching.